my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness, yes, for old lang syne. We twain run about the braes and put the gowans fine, but we've wandered many a weary fit sin old lang syne. We twain paid out in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us braid a road sin old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fear, and gies a hand o' thine, and we'll tak a right God willie walk for old lang syne. And surely you'll be your pint stoke, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll tak a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. About the braes and put the gowans fine, but we've wandered many a weary fit sin old lang syne. We twain paid out in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us brave a road sin old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fear, and gies a hand o' thine, and we'll tak a right God willie walk for old lang syne. And surely you'll be your pint stoke, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll tak a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We twain run about the braes and put the gowans fine, but we've wandered many a weary fit sin old lang syne. We twain paid out in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us braid a road sin old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fear, and gies a hand o' thine, and we'll tak a right guide willie walk for old lang syne. And surely you'll be your pint stoke, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll tak a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Whoa, old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll tak a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Because, Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Good
I'm
afternoon. Happy New Year. There you go. That's what we should
something.
start with.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. There we go.
2025, thank goodness.
2025 and what a fucked up world we moved into. That
Ah,
took
no,
5
it's
minutes
gonna be
and
better.
41 seconds for that to occur. And yet the intro was 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So do I get to claim the first 5 minutes and 28 seconds if we went that far before I dropped the F-bomb?
That's okay.
I didn't put it in the opening, right? I kept that very New Year's-y.
You did.
Oh, what
That
a day.
song got me.
And tell me it's not true.
Yeah.
The other one that I had, I thought was very adorable. It said, they say, may old acquaintance be forgot. I say, may old acquaintance move right on. And then it was like, because I overdid, I didn't download and save that opening. So then I had to make another one on a day where I was feeling horribly sideways and not right. And I just went, you know what? I don't want to dick around with the words of the original song. I just want to put it in the right cadence and the right music behind it. And I want to make it in the right language, which was the language he initially wrote it in.
Right.
Which he didn't really initially wrote it. Well, he did. He took it and he changed it. So, it was his. He gets credit for the way that we all know it, but the original premise was Mr. Watson. That's where I go with that memory. So initially, there were things in place that he went, you know what, I can make that a better song, and he did. So I just, elephant in the room. New Orleans. I'm sorry for all the people who are no longer with us and those who had to stand there and go through that trauma, and now they have to survive that trauma. I do not like that they initially and immediately threw the word terrorism to it, because they don't want to put a political party to it. But Digger, you and Mighty might be seeing the openings of what you believe is getting ready to happen. Hence the reason, apparently, from what you told me just moments before, because I have been disconnected because I need to step away. Trump Towers also.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know much of anything about either event. I thought the explosion out front of the Trump Tower happened last night. I thought it was an EV that had exploded outside. That is my recollection. I thought it had happened last night when we were, well, early yesterday morning it would have been. So it would have been, yeah, I guess it would have been the same one then. It was just because of the time zones. So I had seen it just as I was going off to bed, probably. But all I knew was that an EV outside of Trump Tower blew up. I don't know if it was because it's an EV and they do that, or if it's because someone was trying to make a statement about Elon and Trump, or I don't know anything. And as to the thing in New Orleans, it sounds like the city did everything they possibly could to make sure that something did happen. They didn't put up the bollards. They didn't put up the metal blocks. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. They put parked a police car in a spot without thinking that, well, if someone wants to do something nefarious, they can always just drive around the police car. Like there was so little put in place in regards to safety
In other words,
in that
they
city.
knew about Daryl Brooks and went, how could we have made
How can we
his
do
job easier?
exactly? How can we make it easier for someone, some idiot, to do something stupid on New Year's because it's New Year's? So it's all. I
Okay,
don't care if it was done on purpose or just through sheer neglect and negligence and idiocy because it's all DEI hires. But people dropped the ball, and I'm
right.
sorry, I'm having a shite. I'm having a really shite morning. I've got a buddy who is sick, who is really sick right now. Um, the stupid song hit me in my feels. I've been thinking about Jeff for like the last
And we
well,
have been going through things
and I'm not.
not against each other, by the way.
Yeah, there's other things, not to mention in real life stuff that's happening, and
Mhm.
it's kicking my ass at this right exact moment. So I have very little patience um for things like that New Orleans because it should never have been able to happen. It shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have. Exactly. I mean, look, I can understand maybe, although I don't understand because there were other times
Too
where
many things went undone to enable it
exactly.
to be what it was.
And we've had too many events where at get-togethers like this, vehicles have driven into the crowd.
Yeah.
So now then to hurry up and call it terrorism. Okay, so are we going to say extreme left-leaning individuals can do terrorism on our own country? I don't know yet, but
No, they're trying to say it's terrorism because he had an ISIS flag in the window of his vehicle.
oh, big wow lick.
I know. The dude was apparently born and raised in America. He was in the military. I can't remember what arm they said, but he was in the military. This is not some dude that came across the border illegally and decided to make a bomb and
But
blow
like
people up.
so many in life, they can't put on their big boy panty and deal with shit, or they're a paid um, or hired a hired advocate of the opposing party. There you go.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said,
That's how you vague book, folks. If you want to know how to vague book, you've
that's a
just
new
got a
term I just
really
learned.
good example of vague booking. Apply it to the situation, but many others as well.
Yeah, that's a new term. I know
The concept.
I know the concept, but I never heard the term.
Very possible it was just my generation that called it that, but
Yeah.
there
You're
were a lot of us
basically putting out a lot of
feelers.
feelers about stuff and hinting about things, but
Not
you don't
having the balls
actually know
to say it.
anything at all. You're just hoping that other people will let slide stuff that you shouldn't necessarily know. Yeah.
Mhm. So, in a way, even this New Orleans thing can be that.
Yeah, because they're
One
trying to tell
no,
you a lot of stuff saying nothing at all and then hoping everyone jumps to their own conclusions and they can just sweep it under the table.
and you know, see how Trump is going to handle this and how his people are going to freak out. They'll learn a lot about Trump and what he has coming on in the future by
Well,
simply how he handles this. Well,
you guys are already finding out. Sorry, I've got to top up my coffee.
go
We're
ahead.
already finding out what he's like because he's all for all these bringing in all these legal immigrants to fill positions because there aren't Americans smart enough or talented enough or genius enough to fill those positions themselves. And in the meantime, all those zillions of people that they're going to bring legally into the country are going to take up jobs that Americans could be taking up, like gas station attendants or, servers or library. Well, there's no libraries anymore, but, desk jobs. They're just more people taking up jobs that aren't there, taking them away from the people who were born and raised there. It's the same thing as is happening in Canada. They've been doing it for years here. There's a federal thing. If if a company can prove to the government that there are no Canadians locally to do the job that they're trying to fill, then the government will allow them to import people from other countries to do those jobs. And the government pays like 40% of that person's wages, while the company only has to pay the other 60. So they keep saying there's no locals to do these jobs and bringing in people from out of country to do the jobs. The jobs aren't being done right. Everything's gone downhill, and Canadians are unemployed because there's no jobs.
Right. And in the meantime, in the US, the corporation only has to do three things. One, run an ad, 2 ads for help in help wanted places. The corporations find newspapers like mine here in my town, which has a very small little thing. Everybody gets a copy of the newspaper, but the problem is everybody immediately throws it in the trash can. So that counts as one publication. There is another community up the hill. You do the same thing. Boom, there's that. So that's step 1. Step 2, anyone who applies must not be capable of handling the position.
Yeah.
Question, will you take $10 an hour while you are living in this great big house of yours? No. Well, thank you very much. We'll write your name down. Okay. Yeah. Would you mind standing up and never having a seat while you're sitting behind the cash register? No, that's not good. Well, nope, got to write you down. Yeah. Okay, fine. Boom, bingo. Then just go ahead and sponsor the guy to come in to the country. People don't realize it's that short, that sweet. Just saying.
I need to take my headphones off. I'm about 3 feet short.
Well, but we talked about that last night. And if you were 8'4", that would be just too tall.
That'd be too tall. Okay.
Go ahead, baby. So anyway, as you can see, the New Year's has brought a new fucking attitude. Because, I'm just saying, but the Nolans thing, that, in my humble opinion, is going to be found, and they want to hide from us now the people who are going Fruit Loop and Noopy and attacking our country. They don't want us to know who they are because, well, we want you to listen to our side, not judge us negatively for all the quackos we've hired or we've got. Excuse me. Have you not noticed we are well aware of your quackos? They haven't figured out what they are. They were born one way, but they were mistaken because they know better. Wait, no, everybody else was mistaken because they know it all. There we go. There's the thing. Sammy, I don't know if you're listening. I'm going to stop.
I didn't put any Discord things out.
Okay. Well, if you want to do that here in a moment, you can.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I am so unprepared this morning. I am feeding the cats as we speak. Then I got to feed myself some coffee.
And I was sitting here eating. So look, this is the thing. This is a New Year's Day stream. We went for 6.5 hours yesterday. We appreciate everybody who did show up. We love you all.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
But then we have this newfound other little situation that was like, well, wait a moment. We're gonna stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that all about? Who signed us up for this shit? That would be us. Because
we don't usually go that long and then come back the next morning.
We kind of have been lately, haven't we? Well, not until after 12, and then more shit, and then blood pressure raising and a few broken items later. I'm just saying, I know me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just Yeah. Fucking fuck. This is supposed to be the good year, and it just
Yeah,
didn't start off
and
right at
maybe
all.
that's the idea. Is it the shit that we got, right?
Was to get us used to it so that we could take more shit this year.
Well, no, no, please don't
Sorry,
say that.
I don't know what part of the grieving system I'm in right now, but it's kind of somewhere between defeatist, pissed the fuck off, and just absolutely sad at the world.
Well, I can say I'm pissed the fuck off and sad at the world because people keep letting me down.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of keep fucking letting me down.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like saying, just fucking leave it alone. Do you see? I'm like that. I'm like that. So because we didn't have a whole lot of time, and I knew that shit was going to end up being taken off last night. She hasn't had a chance to post to other discords. I haven't had a chance to post.
Oh, she's me. Okay.
The boarding passes. Yes, that I'm sorry. You're over there, and I pointed over there to where nobody is. But well, if you go all the way around the world and come back,
well, then
you're
you'd be
there.
coming. Yeah.
Well, then I'd be there.
Yeah.
She would be the me.
You know,
and
if
then
we
it would be
do
a
that,
problem.
I'd be in a much better mood. You know, I'm not good for a whole fuck of a lot, but I make a great damned nurse. I can care for people. I can help people like clean and cook for them and do all that sort of shit. And I'm stuck
But
way
she
over
won't
here.
come here.
And the people that I know that could use that sort of help are so far away. You know?
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it, Jim. Damn it. She can't take much more.
MJ, Cynthia, who else is here? Hello. I'm sorry. I'm in a pissy mood.
And we're
I will cheer up.
We're going to
Peggy, hello. And Daisy, hi.
Get to chat if you want to. How do we want to do this? Do you want me to do the boarding passes first? Or
you do the boarding passes. I'll start the chats, and then as soon as you're done, I will do the opposite. I'll do the Discord.
There you
All
go.
right.
You go right ahead.
Hello, everyone. Let's restart. Happy New Year. It's 2025. Woohoo. It's 2:00 in the afternoon, Pacific. It's wonderful. We're totally on the ball. Didn't drop it anywhere. Good to go. MJ says, hello, Digger. Hello, Shenny. Or hello, Cynthia. Hello, Shenny.
Hello.
Hi,
hello.
MJ. Looks like I'm first. I don't feel first. Oh, it's because we weren't all. Well, you know what? Yeah. See, it's because you weren't feeling rushed because you were the first one in there. We hadn't gotten in there with the boarding passes. Cynthia wasn't hot on your tail trying to get in there and be first. So Cynthia says, yes, you're the first, MJ. Where's my boarding pass? How can I fly without a boarding pass? Hey, if I get here, how do I get back?
I'm working at boarding passes right now.
Yeah, he's stressed and he's standing in the departure and he has no idea which way he's going.
Okay, bear with me, baby. Bear with me, honey. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you.
There you go. We've got you covered. Customer service is on it. She's gonna make sure you get a first class seat both ways, just because of the trouble you had to go through. We treat our customers really well.
We really try. It doesn't mean we succeed, but we really do try. Okay. So I have to.
There we go. Cynthia says, I agree. Everybody was tired last night when this was set up. I'm sure a boarding pass will be issued at airtime or sooner. Yep. At airtime, does this count? I mean, we're 25 minutes after airtime, but we're on air. So it's time, right?
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
I'm calling it. I'm with you. I'm saying it's airtime. I'm jiggy with it, and I'm not even Lisa. See where I go? And
wait a minute.
Ken.
Wait a minute. I'm seeing MJ and I'm remembering we need to just cheer the fuck up. It's all it's all Julie's fault. So let's just blame Julie.
No shit.
Yeah.
We can't even blame Johnny today. Don't blame Johnny. I'm going to say
Why
he's
are we
one of
blaming-
mine,
oh.
and today is not the day to blame Johnny, even though he's to blame for much of the other stuff. This was Julie sneaking up and doing it. Okay, this is all Julie. Just gonna say, this is all Julie.
It is. MJ
Oh my
says, hi,
God,
Cynthia.
I'm
Did you
over
comment
here.
earlier?
Can I just say I don't do this, but I just bounced over to yours to put the boarding pass to mine. Peggy is in New Orleans.
Okay, I knew you were in this in the state. I didn't realize you were actually in New Orleans.
This is sad.
Louisiana, that's it.
I'm glad that you were here because it means that you were safe. She'll be
okay. No,
still
she's
reading
saying
the
bigger
chat.
bullshit, and I don't know. That's what I said, Peggy. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. I just know what was summed up to me. So if I've got the information on what happened wrong, please tell me in the chat. Yeah,
update us. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that I accidentally look up and saw that. And it was like, oh crap. And that way, then while you're reading chat, she can give us details that she knows way better than what is coming through the Moronville.
Exactly.
Pipeline,
You're on the ground. I'm a dipshit in Canada who's just listening to what other people are saying. So please fill me in. I'd much rather take the word of someone who's actually there and knows what's going on. That's always the best way to go about things. So
I'm so glad she's
safe. I am very glad you're here.
Safe.
I knew you were in Louisiana, but I didn't realize you were like right in there. So I'm very sorry. And yeah, if whatever I've got wrong, please correct me on, because
start typing up and letting us know.
I'm okay saying I'm talking out my ass, and if someone's got better info, I will take it.
There you go. Okay, go ahead and go back to the regularly scheduled, and we'll keep an eye on what Miss Peggy says, because that's like huge frontline news to update and educate us.
Yeah, and like I said too, Peggy, I've got a zillion things that have happened in the last few days, last week or two, and so yeah, I'm angry and sad and all sorts of things, and it's all kind of coming up on me this morning. So yeah, please clarify. I would like to know the truth. MJ is saying, funny thing, I saw your comment when I left mine. I went to Diggers, came back here because I forgot to like, and your comment was gone, but my comment was still there.
Wait, whose
that
comment?
was with probably a little over an hour before showtime. This is MJ. It's YouTube playing silly buggers with the chat. I don't know why, or I don't even know what the what are there times before which they will, how do we know at what point they're going to start erasing comments, and at what point they'll leave the comments sitting there, and I don't know how it works. I have no idea how YouTube works. And it seems that every time I think I've got an idea of how it works, they change it. So yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with the chats before the live stream actually goes live. Cynthia says, I thought that was weird too. The airplanes are missing. My job as a stewardess may be over. I guess I'm back to working flyers. No, your stewardess job isn't over. We're just running late. And as you said, the airplanes are missing. So we're getting there. MJ says, and you were such a good stewardess. Well, except for not dealing out the peanuts. We're getting on that. We're trying. There's an issue with the peanut supplier, MJ, but we are working on that. Cynthia did pass that note up the line. We do understand there is a problem, and we're working on it. Did I tell you that we were going to be boosting you up to first class both ways for the rest of the travel this month? Yay, you're our number one customer, and you've just won first class trips back and forth from one stream to the other every single stream this month. Thank you for being so patient for no peanuts.
Right, exactly. And if we ever get them, wouldn't you like them to be chocolate covered?
Oh yeah.
I like the sweet and the salty.
Wouldn't it be awesome if one day our airline, thank you, would be good enough that we could do things like give Cynthia a proper stewardess outfit, and maybe when
With the cute little hat.
with the hats and everything and the little kerchief. And when our customers and stewardesses show up early and they decide to take a little nap on the plane, maybe someday we won't just yoink the plane out from under them and leave them flailing on the ground going, what the hell?
Well, that would be an issue now, wouldn't it?
I love that crown. That's awesome.
This sucker, I was going, seriously, this is what was going to cost, or take forever to get to you. It took 1 day to get to me. Okay. And then I go over to yours to get the same thing. First of all, it's a lot smaller than I thought because, but so then I thought, well, I could put it upside down.
That kind of looks like a decorated fez. Just need a tassel.
Okay. Well, but they have these cute little hoops right here.
Oh,
okay. But it's friggin' metal.
Yeah.
It is metal. It is not one of the paper crowns, and it can be used for a lot of different things. So you never know. But wouldn't a cute little stewardess hat work out very well?
Totally.
Back in the day, they used to wear them.
I know. They had the nicest uniforms.
And they were just so looked up to. So, yes.
MJ's asking how 2025 is going so far for Cynthia. And Cynthia, she's like me. We're still on the problems with our airplanes. We're trying to fix shit, and it's just not going. I like to give out better snacks than that. I like to take better care of people. We know. And see, MJ, our number one customer, he understands. It's the airline itself. It's going through some hiccups, but we promise it'll get better. And MJ says Jenny's going to be running behind before she even gets here. I know, right? We're still not there.
I don't even know where the hell she is. Oh, I found her. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to rush through it so fast. Okay, so it's my turn. I can drop discourse. Okay.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, dear, because I do have the boarding passes everywhere. And Cynthia says, I didn't wake up till just after 10. It's hard waking up to tragedy. That's what happened to me with the September 11th event back in 2001. I have not even been able to say good morning or happy new year to anyone in chat elsewhere because it's hard. My prayers right now are for the victims, their family, and our nation as a whole. Exactly. But I'm not going to give somebody a pass check under the wrong name. I'm tired of us being lied to because they're hiding shit.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
So you go hide your shit without fucking taking out the innocents. Okay, I'm just saying it's a game, and so when something major like this happens, there's something major being hidden. Okay. So it or trying to be put into the works, like, are we getting ready to go into war because that was a terrorist attack and therefore we cannot change hands and we must have a moron or a dummy keep running the country? Do you see? There's the American people are waking up to, so I don't want this stream to be all about that, but I want us to be angry. I just want, okay. So anyway, MJ is like, I guess I'm not aware of what you're talking about. I don't watch the news. Okay. I try not to watch the news either, but I've seen like little moments of this, but my mood said, I didn't need to get more angry than I already have been, kind of a thing. So I just kind of sucked up like 10 seconds of the New Orleans thing and knew nothing about the New York thing. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And then after being told it and having less than 24 minutes to decipher it, I went, yeah, Digger and Mighty, they're going to be right. It's all going to be hidden behind this veil, and they're going to take Uncle Donnie right out, and they're going to hide it all behind all of this, and then somehow or another they will weave it all together that it's all been the same thing. And and don't piss in a fan and tell me it's raining. I'm not blind. I can still smell, and I saw your pee out there. That's where I'm going with that. I hope you enjoyed that one. So yeah, MJ, it sucks. I may be in Nebraska sooner than what you knew.
Thank you, Doc.
Mostly because guess what, sweetheart? I am not really liking the coast where I'm living at this point because of this. And then Cynthia's like, there was a terrorist attack in New Orleans. 10 people are dead. Yeah, no, we got that. Oh, you're telling MJ. It looks like there was a hell of a party in the past year last night. Well,
I know. I was loving that picture.
and Peggy, you may have removed this. I don't know. It says, I will be on and off. Keeping up on the attack in New Orleans. 10 dead, about 35 injured. Looking for 2 men and a woman. Oh, an IED has been found. See, I hadn't heard that. Peggy,
no,
you are our correspondent on the ground. You are a correspondent on the ground, honey. I'm going to trust you way more than I do any of the mainstream media that there is. And a lot of times the YouTuber folks are getting the mainstream media and recycling it. So you're on the ground over there. You're getting a little bit more of an honest media because it is where you are.
Yeah.
So you keep giving us
a lot harder to lie to you when you're standing there looking at it.
Exactly. Give us more information. We haven't gotten to the one where you're letting us know that we're wrong about things. So hopefully you put more things in there. Daisy girl. Hey, Ma.
Hi, Daisy.
She's in the house smiling and saying peace and saying, hey, sweeties. MJ's like, hey, hello, Daisy girl. And Daisy girl's like, hello, MJ, with a smile and a peace. And Cynthia's like, you did an outstanding job with the opening. Thank you. It was, anyway.
Sorry, I'm not making faces at you or the comments you're reading. It. My PC's doing silly buggers.
Not a problem.
I just realized I'm like frowning at you.
But I wasn't even looking. I'm looking at chat. So there. But last night I was trying to get everything posted because I knew that I wouldn't wake up in time to get that done. And there was shit going on, just royal deep septic shit going on. And while I was trying to deal with both of those things, then all of a sudden StreamYard said, that thumbnail is too large. Folk you. You won't let me put in 2 MBs.
Thank you.
And this was at 1.7 MB. And now you want me to shrink it even more? I'll show you shrinkage, bitch. I got some ice water on it.
The pool was cold.
I put some ice water on that shit and got it posted and went and started breaking shit. So, you know, that's how I clean up my house from extra crap. So anyway, thank you. And Daisy girl's like, Cynthia, smiles and peace. And Peggy is letting us know we're finally there where I accidentally read forward. Don't like to read forward, but I did. And I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
And so
definitely.
She's saying I'm in New Orleans, bullshit. And I'm thinking that means that there was not any protections up and around. So I think.
Well, no, I said that they had left everything open so that.
Yeah. And I'm thinking she's.
So I think she's saying that there were protections.
Right. That's it. I think that's what she's calling bullshit on is that indeed there was protections. So we'll have her hopefully be able to clear things up. Cynthia's like, Daisy girl, hugs and hearts. And Daisy girl's like, pick film from inside Trump Tower lobby shows Tesla parked at the curb right at the front door. Seems a little sus to me. To me too, because you're not supposed to park there. That's a loading, unloading. I do believe that it has even a white paint job there because that is prime real estate for the building to be able to drop off guests and keep going. So, gee, Ma, I'm with you. And then Peggy's like, what you were saying is not true. We're ready. We're ready. You come at us. We're ready for education.
Yes, please.
Cynthia's like, Cybertruck had no license plate. And Daisy girl's like, now that is a bit odd. It sure the fook is. And Daisy Girl's like, be right back. And MJ is like, blame to go around. Media, politicians, people on social media, getting everyone in a frenzy. And a lot of it is fake news, gossip, or outright lying. Yes, sir. I am not going to deny any of what you just said, babe. I'm just not going to deny it. I agree all the way. Maybe I should have put politicians before media. But don't they go kind of hand in hand? They're sleeping in the same beds anyway. See where I went with that? So it's kind of a little bit weird. What's even funnier is that if you look over in the chat where I'm at.
Me? Do I have to?
You don't have to, but and that's okay because you're kind of frozen anyway. But if you if you were to look over there, you would see some of the hands on Cynthia's are hidden. And by the next comment, it's totally funny looking. I'll send it to you over in the Discord. And yes, I said the Discord because I'm old. Sammy, you know what I never did? I never hit enter on that. I hit enter. It's only a partial thought. Enjoy. You don't really want to enjoy. It's only a partial thought. And did I reread it? No, I didn't have time. But I just, I just want you to know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, good. And I just discorded it to you. Cynthia's like, the boarding passes are missing and she's in a frenzy.
Hi, Helen.
and
Happy New Year, Helen.
She's like, we are all entitled to our feelings this morning. There is no shame in it. It's just being human. Don't beat yourself up. She's going through a lot. There's a lot going on. So, bless her sweet little heart. And then we have this. We have me, hopefully being honest and saying, your boarding pass for Digger 420 Land. Make sure to visit subsites and hug that like button. Here it is. And then Helen T is here saying, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Helen. How you doing?
Wait, that would be Helene, wouldn't it? There's an E at the end.
I never even thought about it. Are you an Aileen or a Helen?
Okay, Helene, I'm going to stick with Helene, and here's the reason that I'm going to do that. My daughter's name is Jolene, Jolene. So you're getting stuck with Helene. But here's the problem with me. I give everybody their own name. So a whole lot of people will call one gal Heidi, and I call her 1776. See how I am?
Yeah, that mucks me up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading something, and in my mind, someone is this name, and I know, and then all of a sudden you're throwing out a name. I'm like, who the hell is she talking about? Wait a minute.
That's who I'm talking about. So anyway, and then after you took your first flight, you get over here to this seems so weird. It's a boarding pass. Oh, you know why? I don't know, because I'm posting it and it just seems weird. I need to be able to post as Digger. Anyway, boarding pass for Shittyville. Make sure to visit the subsites and hug that like button, and there's that. And if they don't work, tell me which of the two I fooked up, because I'm quite sure I fooked them up. And Helene is like, my chat has been effed up for a week everywhere. See, everybody's been complaining about that. Yeah. So at least now we're not feeling bad. Thank you for letting us know that.
I was really hoping that once the election was over, the YouTube ridiculousness would have eased a little bit, but it's just not happening.
Mm-mm. It has amped up to a whole new level. That's what has happened. It is said, hold my beer. And here we are now. Okay. Cynthia's like, where did you get the crown? It took one day to get it. I bet you that was Amazon. It might have been Temu,
probably,
but it might have been Amazon. Well, I'm just down. I'm down the city. I'm the next city over from Temu Land.
Okay.
So Temu has a station too. I think they share half of Amazon's, to be honest. I think they're in cahoots with each other.
I wouldn't be surprised.
SH is like, Shitty, it's pretty. I like shiny and
I know.
sparkly. I know, right? And yet today you can't see this shiny and sparkly on it.
It'd be really pretty if you put it around the base of a plant pot, like one of those green plant pots. You would dress up the pot instead of having to get it into a proper thing.
Yeah, I don't have anything really pretty like that right here, right now. Everything I have, again, this is a studio, but it's also a pantry. So everything is kind of food related. But you're saying if it was like right there.
I'm not looking, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's okay.
Okay, I'm looking now.
We can't see that you're not looking. If I were to put that in it.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mess with my
Sorry, the screen is tiny because I've got it on. I'm pretending my screen is 2 screens.
Got it. I understood the split screen. I understood it. Got it. So anyway, Mr. Q is in the house and saying
Hi,
Happy
Mr.
New
Q.
Year.
Happy
You
New
too,
Year.
sweetheart. Cynthia's like, I'll make an airline stewardess avatar. And Digger's like, cheers, dumb. And MJ is like, sometimes media go off without the help of politicians, spreading BS for ratings or personal reasons or personal political reasons. Yeah, that's why they got the job, because it's the station's personal political reasons also. So yeah, shit happens. That's why I don't like them anymore. MJ's like, frozen face for Digger. At a certain point, girlfriend, you're going to hit that. Oh shit. Boo, I forgot.
Oh no, is that my frozen face? That's not it's not the worst look I could be frozen on.
No, but we didn't pause you there. It just happened. I'm sorry, Boo. I knew you came in. I wanted to finish my rant, and then I forgot. And then it was like, oh wait, shit. See, you could have yelled down there, and I wouldn't have heard you.
Yeah. Now I can close everything down, and I will full screen that, and I will. Oh, hello, Brian. How you doing? I gotta leave and come back in. I'll be right back.
Okay, but now wait. I want to know this. I am the only one not frozen right now. Boo just got froze, and he's muted. Okay, he's max headroom, bouncing around a tad bit. So buggers, come back. There's Digger.
Yay!
Okay, she's moved, but now Boo is froze.
Oh, nope. Oh,
and he's going. Wait a minute. He's got the robot motion going on.
Yeah,
so
but hey, at least he froze with a good look on his face. He's like,
exactly. That is making a handsome look, isn't it?
I gotcha.
But you're still muted, honey. You have to unmute. The other headset, the earphones, the earpieces, remember? Yeah. So
oh shit, I read ahead. Cynthia, you're still locked out of there?
That's okay today.
We can't wait for leaving.
We're keeping it basically the small three of us.
Yeah.
I haven't had 5 minutes. I'm not going to worry about something that wasn't going to happen today anyway. So we'll come back to that another day. Boo is like, how are you two feeling today? Well, she's sideways. I'm sideways. It's the sideways that you normally feel on Tuesday, but it's been multiplied by 3 because today is now Thursday. So
it's not. It's Wednesday.
Wait, hold on. What day is it?
Yeah, what day is it? I thought it was Wednesday today.
It is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. Oh no. Do I have to? I should have been at work.
I know. I just realized.
What did I just do?
Still friggin' work. Okay, so Tuesday you always feel a little bit sideways. So then Wednesday just multiplied it. Then so it's shut up. So yeah, it's like wait. So how are you feeling today?
Oh, fine. I'll be honest. Last night, I should have had the other half that bottle, and I probably would have felt it.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you want to feel it?
Because I was not. I didn't get any level of intoxicated.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't either. It tasted good. I got a little bit more cheerful, but not really. I was definitely not on Jeff.
I wasn't uberly carrying things either. So I was okay. I think.
Yeah.
Hi, MJ.
At a certain point, it didn't come or go. There's MJ saying hello, Brian, and Cynthia's like, I'm still locked out. Yep. Don't know why.
Par for
Haven't
the
had the
course.
time. Not going to be doing it in the next day or two, or probably week, because I'm behind at the office. I spent a whole lot of time trying to figure it out last night. I'll figure it out, even if I have to get in touch with them, and we'll go from there. And she's laughing and saying no problem. It's kind of hard to expect when we end a stream and we're streaming like just 12 and a half hours later again, and somewhere in there we're supposed to eat and have a life, and contrary to belief, folks, I'm just gonna go ahead and stand up for myself, because I'm really like feeling like I need to start drawing borders. And if I don't stand up for myself and go, look guys, I'm not in front of this computer doing this all the time. There's 24 hours in the day. I need no less than 8 hours of sleep. Notice the word less. That implies I never get 8 hours. I get 9, 10, or 11 hours of sleep, because I like that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you can have my sleep. It's fun. I don't need it.
And I just will sleep. And then I have a career that I will work. Well, okay, I'm not going to fib, because lately I've been trying to push it to just 6 hours a day, but I will work between 6 and 12, 13, 14 hours a day. So this has been going on for 50 years, and I'm old and I'm tired. And if anybody else wants to climb on my back, get ready to be the straw. Because especially today, I'm feeling like if I got pulled over by the police officer, and the moment I told him cuff me for both our protections and he didn't do it, I would have to teach him a lesson. So I'm just saying, okay? Sometimes you don't poke a bear who's standing there going, I'm pissed and I don't want you to pay for it. Okay, so let's just go there. So how is Sam feeling today? Because she streamed last night too.
Oh, she is a little sleepy because she still had to work today. So
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. She stayed up until midnight. Bless
That was
her
awesome.
heart.
And then she went and crashed immediately. She probably woke up this morning around 6:30 and 7.
See, and that would not be a bear that I would want to poke, because if it were me with under 8, it would not be a happy bear. Do you see? I know things.
I woke her up. I was
Okay.
awake at that point. I only got like 4 hours. I'm good.
No. See, and here's the thing. I want y'all to notice that I'm a little bearish. Okay. What you're not getting is after the stream, there's always some little chit chat going on in the green room, right? So however long the stream is, you have chit chat time, right? And then
just because we turn it off and we go away
doesn't
from you
mean
guys,
we're done.
doesn't mean we're done. We're still sitting there.
So what time was I finally done with the green room? I want you to notice that I put the wording very, very carefully. Everybody else may have still been there, but I was finally done at a certain point.
We hung out for a while more.
Yeah, see, I figured y'all did. At that point, I said, fuck it, and started throwing shit. Okay? Because, I just needed to get all of that shit out of me. Didn't really, but it feels good the way I process.
There you go.
So,
have you heard of axe throwing? It's
yes,
and
my granddaughter is even good at it. So it's gone into 3 generations.
Well,
okay,
good. You should take it up again.
I'm afraid that if I were to miss now, that my neighbors would get it, because we used to do it in our backyards. So, but the whole thing is that I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Not
Can
me.
anybody do the math? Can anybody do the math? Is any of this dude that this dude's got adding up? Because in my world, I did not get my 8 hours of shit. Okay. And I am well aware of the fact, even the dog is like, I don't want to go in that house with her right now. I took him up to the ranch. We walked around. We took our walk. We got in the car. We drove back home. I did a few things up at the ranch already. Okay. And that's why we had to talk while I was driving, which means not a whole lot of talking. It's a whole lot of fuck, there's a mountain in the way. Oh shit, there's another mountain.
Wait a minute. I can't hear you again. Can you repeat that, please?
There's a whole lot of Verizon commercial going on during this drive.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? How about now?
I get him out of the truck and he is supposed to go straight to the door. Yeah. No, he goes, not going.
I'd rather do this.
Out to the street and I want you to walk me around here now.
I'm here. I'm just not here.
We have 24 minutes before we go live. Yeah. And he wants to dick around and play hide the lead, and I'm not stepping on the property because he wants to. He didn't want to walk. He wanted to go for a longer ride.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm like, I go over to the truck to open the door. And now I have accidentally, because he comes running, I have now stepped on the lead. So when I open the door, he goes to jump in. This is not a pattern that we have because he is not allowed to get in the truck until he is told up. So I open my door, the front door, not his door, the back door. No, I open my front door to put the backpack and stuff on, to which now I've accidentally stepped on his lead. He goes to jump in the truck in the front door. I almost fall on my ass. He falls on his ass because he only had this much. He
chokes himself. Yeah.
He only has this much room to jump, and then, and looks at me, and I'm like, well, fuck. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and with this little bit of lead and the lead that he automatically has, he walks around me. I am totally tied up.
Good times were had by all. Today.
We have approximately 12 minutes to go live. And I am trying to figure out, because I've got the truck door now open on the other side of the dog, that I and my backpack, which, it weighs a fucking ton with nothing in it, but there's a lot of shit in it. Yeah. And the dog who's got if I try to move, I'm going to land on my face. This nose is a big nose. It's going to get hurt. I am well aware of this. So I'm like, wait, just a fucking moment. I go ahead and figure out, put everything down in the truck. Just stick with your initial plan. Don't move. Put everything down in the truck. Reach down, get the dog. Pick everything up, close the door. Dog's going to look at you like, bitch. And that's exactly how it went. He went, I fooked up, didn't I? I fooked up. Yes, you did. You fooked up. First of all, no, you don't make the rules. I'm no happy with you. And so notice he's like, she didn't get her 8 hours. He's like, notice that?
Yeah.
Do y'all notice?
I'm just want to be way over there today, Mom. Okay.
I just want to point out that. Oh, and he has crashed the fook out too. Look at him. That is him right there. Crashed the fook out.
Yep.
I wish I could zoom.
Yep.
Thanks. You almost kill me. Break my neck. Break my nose. Break my back. And you just roll with it.
Hey, that's tiring work.
Yeah, that took a lot out of the poor thing. Jeez, Jenny.
Haven't you ever tried to break a person's neck? It's hard work.
Actually, yes, but my adrenaline really was
That's going to allow
high.
You to notice it.
I didn't realize how exhaustive it was until like 2 or 3 hours later, when everybody was trying to calm me down.
And you're like, ow.
And then I was like, okay, that hurts. I just need to go to bed. And that's funny. I was thinking about that individual this morning. I really was. I hope her life has gotten better. I hope your fucking family has a very merry fucking fucking Christmas. I now understand that
That
guy.
dude has got to be Canadian. He's got to be Canadian.
He's gotta be. If you guys don't know, there is some guy who is pissed
Uh,
like hell, and he actually says that with all the anger
Yeah.
that
he's rage quitting a game. He's so pissed off. He's rage quitting a game, but he's still got to be polite, which is why I think he's Canadian. And he just goes off. Fuck you! I hope you and your family have a merry fucking Christmas.
I had to laugh. I had coffee in my mouth, and if I did not have double skill with this shit,
Mhm.
it would have gone all over the house. And luckily, the guy who set it up for me to hear what was about to happen, I should have known, and therefore in my head, even though I was drinking my coffee, I think I was half prepared to have to do the separation of air and coffee in my mouth.
Bobby has made me much better at not doing a spit. I don't even, like, we're not in the same room. We can't see each other, but somehow he manages to get that zinger into the chat just as my mouth is full of coffee. And I was looking for someone to make a spit take emoji just for me because of him. But I've gotten a lot better, and I'm better at drinking anything and not looking at the chat until it's swallowed.
She has to swallow before she can look at chat.
Yes.
That's where she's going
Come
with
on.
this. She
Ladies
has
need to swallow before they
first.
start speaking.
We really should. We really should. Anyway, Cynthia's like, wait, I wasn't expecting you to fix it right now. It'll work out exactly the way it's supposed to, but not now. Okay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Q's and people blame cats for trying to trip and kill people. Dogs don't too.
I know.
Dogs do it too.
Do it too. Yeah.
We know.
Stupid autocorrect.
Exactly.
Mr. Q, you missed out on the autocorrect discussion we had on last night's stream.
And
At like 11 o'clock at night.
You know what you're feeling. Yes.
It is working so much better since Boo taught me how to turn it off. Yes, I've already had a day with the generator going off, the propane tank being under 5% full. I'm not really happy with the propane company who, when it gets into the red, is automatically supposed to come fill it up, and I show up and it's below 5%.
Oh, yeah.
The generator's kicking on, asshole. It's going to suck that 5% down in like an hour. Could you do me a favor? And can you like get out here? Huh?
So your generator's kicking in, so that means that your town has turned off the power again?
Well, some of the places lost power, or because I didn't investigate and it came back on, or the generator turned off rather quickly. It may have just been doing its once monthly cycle.
Oh, okay.
Because it ran for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And so it may have just been turning on for its once. Running propane dries out things more than fuel does, but with the propane it turns on automatically. With gasoline, you have to go out and start it. Let me just share with you. I have a generator that was used 12 times that is toast, because I ran the fuel all out of it, but they put so much water in the California fuel that the water doesn't all burn out, even though you burn out the fuel. The combustible part is out, but the moisture part is still there.
Why is there water in your fuel?
It was a Pelosi thing where they could put a little bit more water into it. And
which fuel are we talking about here? Are we talking about diesel?
Gasoline. Just gasoline. Yeah, just gasoline.
I don't understand why anyone would put any water in gasoline or diesel.
There's apparently, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, let the scientists deal with it, but there is apparently some water in the gasoline that you purchase. And so California did a thing where they aerated it more. And
Okay.
at the time of aerating it more, they put a little bit more water in it so that, the fuel lasted longer.
Ah,
Water and
Oh.
gasoline
they
don't mix.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm
You
thinking.
want to tell my generator that?
If you
Yes.
I quite understand. I do quite understand, but the problem is that I didn't go out there and I did not start the generator every month like I should had. So
Okay.
unfortunately, the moisture that was left over after the combustible part ran dry is what rusted all the metal lines and everything in that brand new Fukin generator.
Fun.
Do you know how pissy that is? So luckily I had a second generator that, because we had been told we were not going to have power for the whole week, I was like, okay, there's two of us here. We're going to go ahead and bring out the bigger generator, right? And so we got that one going before we found out we couldn't start the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And so at least we had the power, and then we found out that the refrigerator wouldn't have ran anyway on the second one like we wanted, because guess what? It wouldn't run off the bigger one by itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I are you finding out things, Boo? Because
I'm trying to find out why the heck California is putting water in their tanks, and I think it's less that they're putting water in there; it's that they took away the regulation preventing water from getting in there.
And that might be where it's at.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
that might be where it's at. So
Because I know that if you put gasoline in a diesel truck or vice versa, you're hooped. And I know that water doesn't mix in with gasoline.
Well,
so
it won't.
How do you? Yeah. Why? I've never heard of water.
It'll push through, but it's such minute amounts. But when it's sitting there, like this did, because again, it didn't. It's just kind of like the steam fumes, that was sitting there that rusted everything out. And when I opened the fuel tank on I can see when I opened the fuel tank of the generator, and I saw all the rust on the lid of the fuel tank, I went, this is not going to be good. And my nephew started pulling it apart because I'm like, I don't fucking want to deal with that. And I'm not going to pay somebody else to fix it based on how much I paid for it. So he just went ahead and took a look at it and went, honey, it's all the way down into the carburetor also. And it's like, so much for running everything dry. Do you see? Yeah. Because again, the steam part just was in there. Mr. Q's like, at 11 your time last night, I was probably out checking coyote traps here because it was 2 a.m. and seeing who was on the lake still passed out drunk. Do people really do that? Do they go out on the lake and look?
I probably would. I'm dumb enough.
I mean, I've fallen asleep on floaties before. I don't think, maybe I could. I don't know. I mean, I also used to, in the bed of the truck, when we could ride in the back, in the bed, right? I took my cot, right? So you have the bed of the truck, right? Mm-hmm. And I would put, when we were traveling, I would put my cot up alongside the bed of the truck, right? So now the cot and the top of the bed are level. And then I would fall asleep on top of it. And we would just drive home. Okay? We would just drive home. Has anybody ever given thought to what would have happened if I'd have ever rolled over? That would have been a parental thing, right?
Yeah.
And when you have
it's a different time back then. My parents let me do an awful lot of stuff the parents today would not allow their kids to do.
When you have one parental who's like, roll over, I dare you, bitch, roll over. It kind of explains itself really well. I'm just saying. No, I couldn't be passed out on the lake. I just don't see. And he's like, wait, sorry, that would be 1 a.m. So you're 2 hours. Yeah. Okay. I see your math. You did 3. Yeah. You're only 2. You're central. Gotcha. We welcomed yours in. That's why with a lot of the newer gas towards winter, you got to put that lovely isopropyl
No,
alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Good, because I'm not going to say shit right in your gas tank. Well, I had put some in, but to be honest, I probably didn't put enough in. Duh. And wait for it. And I think they hadn't shut off our power for a couple of years. Had I been complaining about it for a while since we started streaming? Because they always pull it on the weekend.
No, I don't remember.
So
because I was really surprised when they did it this time. I'd never heard of that before. So
they hadn't done it to us for a while. So I hadn't started it for a while. So
why do they kill your power? Is it like because the big cities need the power more than you do? Apparently, no, they just do it because screw you.
Because they call the wind Mariah starts blowing down near the substation, and they don't want any of the lines to fall down and spark and cause fires like in the 03. Okay, the 03 was a fucking moron who couldn't handle being out in the friggin' big world by himself for a night because he's fucking surrounded by roads, but it's dark and I'm scared and I can't see anything, so let me just go ahead and start a fire, and whoosh, it burns down all of San Diego. So the 07 fire was one of their lines. It was found that one of their lines fell down on the ground, sparked the ground, and the 07 fires were because of them, and they paid billions of dollars out in claims. So now they go, see what happens when you sue my ass? Fuck you. We're the only one in town.
Yeah.
Have
so now
fun.
They just shut it off whenever the
and they do that to us.
Yeah.
They just disconnect.
Well, that's okay. Just a couple more weeks, and then Trump will be in office, and he'll turn that magical tap on that Canada's had turned off. You'll have water. You'll have hydropower because you'll have so much water, and you'll never have to worry again. It'll be Eden.
That's more reason for them to disconnect us more until they actually get the water, stop damming up the water and letting things grow naturally and stay naturally refreshed by the water. And then they clean out things that are nature down, because nature has fires all of its own to take care of its own little business. But if we want to stop that from happening, we need to rake it up. That doesn't mean take out your little iron fucking hoe rake, okay? And rake it. They have great big things bigger than your house that they call rakes, and they can go in and they can clean up the understuff and the stuff that is strategically not needed. And then we won't have these kind of wild ass fires. Oh, wait a minute. They want that.
Yep.
This is never going to happen. Goddamn farts just keep floating out of my mouth. I bet my ass is jealous as shit. I'm just going to say. Okay. So yeah, Mr. Q, I think you get it. And then especially in the older 70s and 80s cars, I bet. Yeah. We had a Rambler, an old Rambler, hadn't been started in decades. Drop the gas tank out. Did you know that gas turns into a gelatin?
It can.
When it's really old, it shouldn't. But when it gets really old, it's kind of like gelatin. Then you have a problem. But
is this where you get the big old straw out and you start going at it with your
Jello straw?
Yeah, no, I did not do that. I just looked at it and I looked at him because he got the car from a friend of ours, and I was not at all interested in the dude. There was something perverted about him, like PDF perverted. And I just looked at him and went, took on more than you can handle, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the person's not 7, so.
And I just walked off because it was, he just was like, what do I do now? And I thought, it's your problem, not mine. And I walked off.
Oh, yeah, diesel gels. Oh, 100%. Was it a diesel? No, it was gasoline.
An old, it was a Rambler. An old Rambler. an old Rambler, a car. It was a car, 4-door sedan,
Ah, okay. Sedan.
4-door, a
Then yeah,
4-door.
no, it was not diesel. Probably.
Just yeah. And Mr. Q's like the tanks are underground. A certain amount of water is supposed to weaken by accident, I guess. Gas stabilizer. I blew it. I put some in. I obviously didn't put enough in, or maybe I don't know. I could have put in too much.
Not often enough.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe it was just not often enough. There you go. We'll stick with that. I just should have started it more. And Mr. Q's like, and when the temp changes, it's creating either wet or dry conditions, depending on the air. Exactamundo. Look it. MJ's like, for storage of gas-operated products, Mr. Q's like, ice fishing on New Year's Eve in Minnesota is a big thing. And I caught one of the biggest fish I ever caught on New Year's Eve.
Cool.
So, yeah. Okay, so you're sitting out there on the lake, cutting a hole in it in a box.
Yep.
I'm good.
Well, no, because I'm thinking, wait, I could sleep on that. But a friend of mine was out on one of the lakes, and they were all having a good time, and it was frozen over, and some guy drove out on it, and all of a sudden his truck was gone.
Yep.
I'm just
I've
saying.
always wanted to do spend a weekend doing the ice fishing thing. I've never done it, and it looks like so much fun.
In Quebec?
No, I wouldn't want to go to Quebec. Not for fishing. When I'm going to Quebec, I'm going there to see the historical sites, and I'm going to do it as quickly as possible. Then I'm going to head up. I'm going to check out the maple trees and the maple syrup production, and then I'm going to get the fuck out of Dodge.
And the maple syrup mafia is going to kidnap you?
No, because I promise I won't take any with me. They made a movie about that, eh? The
what?
Great...
Hold on.
Have you ever heard about the great maple syrup theft?
No, I've never heard of this in my life.
I have heard of that.
This is a real
thing, though.
This is a real thing. There's like like in France, there are deep caves where they have stores of champagne and stuff. There's other places they've got big storages underground or in mountains for their cheese and stuff. Canada is one of the largest, or is the largest maple syrup producer. And we've got huge storage place that stores like tons and tons and tons of this stuff in vats. And it's in case it's the same as people do with the cherries, because cherries are such a hit or miss touchy thing that they always have to make sure that they've got enough in store in case of a bad year,
Yeah.
So what some people decided to do, because it's monopoly on maple syrup, some of the smaller maple syrup farmers decided they were going to rip off the maple syrup place. And over, I don't know how many years or whatever, they slowly siphoned real maple syrup off from the maple syrup reserves, the federal reserves. And they ended up making, like billions of dollars on black market maple syrup. And then suddenly people went looking, and it was discovered. And it was a huge thing. But it looks like they've now made a kind of, the trailer to me gives me a feel of Strange Brew. Okay, so really silly kind of, Canadians are silly. Look at what the silly kids do. They're blowing up buildings and stealing maple syrup. Look at them. So, like a funny, lighthearted comedy, but it's got all sorts of big names in it. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Wait, so it's not out yet?
It's either not out yet or it's just come out. I've just been seeing trailers. I don't actually watch TV or movies, so it's just whatever ads get fed to me.
I like I said, I had no idea that there was anything literally about maple syrup and a mafia. But
there is.
A massive scheme for maple syrup sounds ridiculous, and I love it.
Yeah, there really is. It really is like a mafia. They've got it cornered. It's a monopoly, and they got ripped the fuck off. It was so funny. Like, how can people
Federation
get
of
away with
Quebec
that?
Maple syrup producers. Oh my god.
That's
I
that.
know.
We're gonna have to
It
look.
was the
We
small
have
maple
enough
syrup farmers.
streaming.
It was
We
awesome.
we have enough streaming things we can look for. We currently apparently have
Yeah.
Hulu and Peacock and Stars and whatever that one is, and another one, and then Prime. We have 6 different streaming things that we should be able to look it up and see if we can watch it. Okay.
Called The Sticky.
Yes.
The
Yes. Canada
Sticky.
Netflix. It's on Canada Netflix right
It's
now.
on Prime Video for us
For you guys?
Americans.
There
Nice.
you go. We can watch it in Prime, because remember I fixed my Discord and my
Yes.
Prime so that we could stream that shit.
And I
So
believe the lead female character.
Well, it's a
she's
TV show.
Oh, is it a TV series? Okay. I know I've seen ads for it. But the woman who was in it, I think she just passed lately. I think. It's Sticky.
no idea. But here's where we're going back to. Mr. Q's like they actually have rental fish houses for rent on New Year's Day. Oh, I want to do that.
Well, yeah.
And why not let people keep rainwater?
Yeah,
there's-
Toronto's
there's-
learning about that too.
There's that too. Exactly. If it falls on my property, I should be allowed to keep it on my property. I'm keeping it on my property. Do you want to come up there? Because, it's not like me to be like the bear that you don't want to poke on certain days. And I don't mind ending it because I take a stand on Ruby Ridge. It'll be fast and quick, and I won't have to worry about medical bills. See, the government will keep you alive until all of all of your savings are all gone, and then they're like, "Thank you for giving us all your money, not leaving any to your family," and boom, we're gonna let you die now. So that's just one way to leave my non-fortune to my kids. See how the wording was there?
Where's the
Well, it looks like
cast? There we
nobody
go.
from The Sticky died.
Pardon?
Nobody?
No,
died.
I was thinking it was Margot Martindale, but no, it wasn't her that passed. I'm thinking of another woman. So that's good. She looked, it was, oh shit, Throw Mama from the Train.
I remember that
Maybe
short
it was
little
that
fat
lady.
grumpy woman.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Maybe it was that lady. She
She
died
wasn't
right around
even-
the same time as Anne Smith, Lady Anne Smith, the famous actress. She was in Downton Abbey. She played the granny on Downton Abbey. She's been in a zillion and one things, but she just passed.
Oh, she was, yeah, and she was in Harry Potter.
Yes.
She was one of the favorite teachers in Harry Potter.
Yeah, she passed recently.
Oh my God, Bobby, it's almost sounding like I'm in the right
Hi,
country with
Bobby.
that one. No, I don't
How you
even know
doing?
if he's
Hi,
here.
April.
I'm just
Thank you for your
addressing
comments
it.
yesterday.
We're going to keep going here. Mr. Q says, why not? Okay. MJ says it can gel up. Diesel too. See? And Mr. Q says, as was San Diego person,
No, it
that
wasn't
would
that
be
woman
me.
either.
Have you ever, as a San Diego person, have you ever heard of Lake Tulare in California? I think so. I kind of want to say yes. You're not going to tell me look. No.
Ghost Lake Returns. Holy crap.
That does not freeze. It's not. It's no, I don't know about the lake. I know about the town. I'm sorry. I had to look at that.
So there's no town anymore. It's just lake now.
Well, they did the same thing here. They did the same thing here, though.
They flooded a town?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what they did with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
And they did the same thing here. We had a town. Oh, what was the name of it? Just a few miles from my house. We like to go over there just because it's like, seriously, it's just a fun drive, and it's really like a 12-mile round trip. Okay. And we drive over there, and there used to be a town, Ferndale. I think it was called Ferndale. Fernbrook or Ferndale or something. And it's not there anymore. It's they they, oh brother, where art thou? Where art thou? And so now there's an old town at top of it. They do that shit.
They did that a lot
do.
in BC as well. I mean, we run off of hydro. BC produces a lot of the electricity for the country because of the hydro. But they did the same thing. They flooded. They had to flood towns out to make the basins that they could dam up.
Yeah, and to me that's just horrible, because in the process of it, they seriously are sucking out the water from everywhere else, especially with everything being turned into Cement City and it's just a runoff.
Mhm.
We're just avoiding the Mother Earth from being able to drink when she's thirsty. And we all know we get thirsty at a certain point. We may not drink enough, but at a certain point, our body's going to go, you want to sit down and drink 2 gallons today. Hope you like going pee all night. And
I need to cut in here. We're way too long. We got to like set a time or something, because I forgot to turn off my streams. So at this point, anyone who is on my YouTube or my Rumble, no matter which one you're on, there will be a pinned comment at the top of chat. You want to click on that link. It'll take you over to Shenny's chat, because my streams are going to shut down and we'll all hang out in Shenny's streams. Okay, so I'm giving you guys, I'll give you 4 minutes.
There you
I'll
go.
give you 2 minutes and then I'm shutting it down. You guys,
I'm gonna.
No, lady, you can be here, just not on my stream. Everyone just clicks the link to go to Shenny's stream so that everyone's in one chat, and then you guys don't think that you're ignoring each other because you're in different chats and you're not getting response from people. It was a big thing, so we're just doing it this way now. So just click on the link and we'll see you. We'll keep talking to you in Shenny's.
That's it.
And that was probably close enough. You guys have probably clicked the links and left to Shenny's by now. So yeah, thanks for hanging out on my channels. I'll see you in a second on Shenny.
Quick, lady, move. Quick.
Hurry.
Okay.
Here, I'll stop the Rumble first.
Mr. Q says, imagine trailer house on ice lake. Is it a mobile home or is it a pull trailer? See, I'm picky about these kind of things. And